Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, is yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. With me as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes, King 2 Gold in the building. Brody, what's good?
Not much, man. Sitting here watching a little Smackdown, chilling, getting ready to talk with the peeps, man. What's up with you?
Well, with that being said, man, nothing much. Lonnie, what's going on? Fro in the building. Fro, what's good?
Whoa, Lonnie, what up? What up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, look, man, we ain't gonna waste no time. I ain't even gonna go through the whole spiel because we got to get ready for AEW. So let me go ahead and cut the music off. There we go. All right, man. So we started off tonight, man. So we started off tonight with a women's tag team championship qualifier. We had Raquel and Aaliyah versus Shotzi and Xia Li. Solid match. Raquel and Aaliyah ended up picking up the victory. Then we got a Drew McIntyre promo. He came out, man. He talked a little trash about Roman Reigns. Talking about getting jumped from behind by Karrion Kross. Out comes Scarlett with the distraction as the Usos beat his ass. But Scarlett had a nice little message for the Usos, man, afterwards. And she said, tell your boy, your tribal chief, to watch out. Too Cold, man. Scarlett. She made it known what we all know. I think we kind of figured that Drew maybe a win his clash at the castle over there in the UK, but Karrion Kross is looking like he's being primed and positioned to be in the main event picture early and often. And it's also been said that it's all but a guarantee that one of those titles is coming off of Roman Reigns come clash at the castle. What are your thoughts? Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Karrion Kross. How does this work out?
Okay. How does this work out? I believe it needs to be Drew to win and beat Roman for the WWE Championship at Clash at the Championship at Clash at the Castle. I'm so used to saying Clash at the Championship. Clash at the Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you say, well, they've already advertised it as the both titles, well, how can you make this happen? Well, this is how you can make it happen. You can put Karrion Kross in the match and make it a triple threat match.
Mm-hmm.
You do what you did with Kurt Angle. I keep saying it, keep harping back. You got double titles. You put it, you do the first match for the Universal, you do the second match for the WWE Championship. You have Roman win and retain the championship, the Universal Championship.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he do that, you just go right into the WWE Championship match, and you can have Drew get the victory. Now, does Cross take a pin in one of these? I think not. I think Drew is good enough to take a pin and get a pin.
Yeah,
it's almost like because somebody's going to take the pin. I don't know if you want Cross necessarily taking a pin,
right.
In this match, or because honestly, I think Drew could take the Universal pin and then Roman could take the WWE pin. But I think, but somehow, some way, you got to get one of those titles off of Roman Reigns. You got to put it on someone else, so Drew can then go have a program. With Karrion Kross. That's where we're. That's where we're leading. That's why, if USA is saying, "Hey, we want one of the championships back," because we're not going to get Roman all like that, and
right.
We want our main title on the show.
Mm-hmm.
You got to respect that. So, I think either you just do the one-on-one match for the WWE Championship,
right?
Somehow you just say that's what you're doing, or you make it a triple threat and you do a double title and you split it up and you have Roman retain the Universal because that's the title that he has the longest title reign on. So you don't have him lose that championship, but he drops the WWE Championship, and then you let Drew and Karrion Kross do their thing and you let that happen. Hey, do a draft. Shit, shake it up a little bit.
Right.
I mean, you can do a few things. You can move some people around. You can still keep certain things going. But I think that that would be one of the best options. to get a title. And plus, you know, Drew kind of gets his big championship win in front of a live crowd.
Yeah.
And then again, like I said, you give Cross that somebody to go up against
Hmm.
before you have him. You want him to showcase what he can do and that he can compete with the big boys. So you
Yeah.
definitely want to see him go up against. You definitely want to see him go up against Drew McIntyre and battling over the WWE Championship. That gives Raw, you know, a big main event spot, and that still allows other people to move up the card too.
Really quick, I want to take this time to say fuck Arby's. I see a commercial with their fish and chips, and I had this shit in person, and it don't look shit like it do on TV. So fuck you for false advertising, and I plan on suing you guys really soon. Shit was trash. All right, next up, man, we get a promo video for the
Hey, they're
Intercontinental.
not known for the fish; they're known for the beef. They got the meats, man. They got the meats.
Well, they need to stay the fuck away from fish. So next up, we get a segment. We get a promo video for the Intercontinental Championship. Tuco, we've seen this the last couple of weeks on Raw with the United States Championship, and now we're seeing it with the Intercontinental, and of course, we're going to close out Friday Night SmackDown with the Intercontinental Championship. We talked about, man,
Which
for
is a pretty good match right now, actually.
really good match, really good match. I'm really glad to see Shinsuke looking like fucking Shinsuke. Not
Right.
the watered down version. We've even said the same thing with Oscar, man. Oscar out here, she's back to being that buzzsaw badass that we knew her to be once upon a time out here, just hitting shit left and right. But getting back to the IC title, man, we talked about the lack of respect that we felt the mid card titles have been getting the last couple of years in WWE. So now, not only do we get importance placed on that with the packages and acknowledging past champions and the importance of it. And like I said, main eventing shows. Now we got that. We got Kofi Kingston. He came out and beat up on the Viking Raiders, but they hauled off on his ass. Man, they need to end this shit quick. Then we get a segment. We get Sami Zayn in the back, man. Honorary Uso knocking on Roman Reigns' door. Out comes the Usos. Then we get the Hit Row, returning Hit Row. They came back, they beat some jobbers. Not gonna spend too much time on it, but because it's the flash in the pan, it's the story of the day right now, really quick. Tuco, man, I want to get your thoughts. You said that you weren't really too surprised when you seen Hit Row. It's
Damn.
like, they're here, but it didn't really do nothing as much as it did for the rest of the internet community, man. Kind of expound upon that if you want.
Well, how was the internet community feeling? I mean, was everybody
I mean, I
happy? I
mean,
mean,
everybody hype. I mean, they out here putting koofies on Triple H pictures and circling memes around it. They say my boy is the second coming of Cody Rhodes, bro.
hell no, hell no,
My boy, the
hell
white
no.
Farrakhan. He doing it for the culture. The honorable Paul Levesque.
Hell no, man. I like it. I like that Hit Row is back.
Yeah,
We didn't really get to see much of them the first time.
yeah.
If you've seen them in NXT, they were pretty good at NXT. You liked them. I'm not gonna lie. I thought they got called up a little early.
Yeah, it was
I,
only like
I, I
maybe
did
2 months
I
into
did
that.
not think originally they were ready to be called up.
Yeah,
And thought they should have stayed at NXT and continued to build, and they could have really dominated down there and really got to just got that time to grow.
right.
Uh, so because I already felt that way before,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, I'm glad to see that they're back, but um, I gotta see how this is gonna work out, man. Like yeah, there were still some things I felt they needed to work on in NXT, and I
Right.
still feel like they're gonna have to work on those things now on the main roster. But now this is where you get make or break for sure. Like
Yeah.
there's no second guessing. As Gunther just picked up, aka Walter, just went ahead and picked up a victory over Shinsuke. But I'm glad to see him. But man, there's I know there's still growth there that they
Yeah.
need to get to before they can be anything legit.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Then really quick, man, just kind of moving throughout the card. We got the contract signing between Shayna Baszler and Ronda. Excuse me, not Ronda Rousey. Liv Morgan. Ronda Rousey came out, paid her fine, yada yada yada. It looks like we're going to get that killer Shayna Baszler back though, so we'll see. We'll see. Nice little interaction between them two. Liv Morgan ultimately got the upper hand at the last minute. Then we got the Usos. They came out, called out Drew, had a handicap match. Your boy Madcap Moss came back. He helped tag with Drew. They ended up picking up the victory. Madcap looking serious, but let's see where they go from there. We get a recap of Ricochet making fun of bum ass Corbin. Corbin beat Ricochet's ass. Hopefully they end that shit really soon. And then of course now we're rounding out. We rounded out, I should say, with the IC Championship in the main event. We got Gunther, aka Walter, going against Shinsuke Nakamura, and yeah, really, really good match, man. They got a solid 15, 20 minutes to end the night. Too cold, man. That wraps up things for Friday Night SmackDown as we get ready to flip the channels to AEW Rampage, man. Any final thoughts before we leave the people?
No, man. As far as the Intercontinental match, I thought it was a good match. Shinsuke really got to, he laid in some stiff knees, man. My man
Yeah,
showed, that he's the king of strong style for sure. But Walter's still Walter, man. And it was a definitely a good back and forth match. Um, but that's the type of thing that you want to see out of your mid card champion. You don't want to see your mid card champion being a joke all
yeah,
the time. You want to see him, what can they do in that ring? Can they put on a good match? Can they handle themselves? Can they, put, and he showed that Nakamura was a good guy to go up against, and they put on a really good match. It was cool. I enjoyed it. Definitely, definitely can't wait to see who's going to be next. I don't expect to see it be Ricochet because Ricochet already just lost he pretty much just lost the damn championship not too long ago. So
right,
I'm not
right.
really looking. I'm not really looking for him to get another shot, but it'd be interesting to see who else may get a shot against Walter, and then we'll go from there.
All right, well, with that being said, that will wrap up things for Friday Night SmackDown review. We got AEW Rampage coming to you in about another 30, 35 minutes. So, man, if you don't know, now you know, man. Franchise, too cold. We on our way out the door. Your mom's a hoe. And we be back in about 40. Peace.
Damn.